In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the best three marketing strategies to scale your business to seven figures and beyond, just like I did. Going from honestly a broke gym owner who was trying to get things moving to quickly scaling my speaking business up to seven figures in just 10 years using these exact strategies. Now, I did it the long way. You can actually shortcut the process by taking into account what I'm about to teach you. Now, the cool thing is by the time you're going to watch this video, you're going to know the exact steps you need to make to double, if not triple, your amount of speeches you are currently doing per year, or to actually triple or double the amount you're charging per speech. And the best thing is these strategies, honestly, are not like everything else. You're not gonna have to reach out to 20 or 50 different, random strangers with nothing of a clear idea what to say every single day, because these people are just gonna ignore you, and they're not gonna need, to help you, or you're not gonna need to help them. It's gonna be a weird kind of thing, or you don't got to spend these sleepless nights worrying and fighting about, your next speaking engagement, hoping you're going to get booked all of a sudden out of the blue, but having reliability. Instead, all you will need to know is what I'm going to teach you. And if you follow these three steps, so a little more than three steps, all of a sudden you're not going to have to do what you're doing every single day. And you're going to get more clients. You're going to see more speeches come in. You're actually going to see old clients done properly circle back around to come and want to work with you. And you won't have to spend every single moment chasing clients, but you will have a marketing system that's proven, put in place, that you can literally predict what's going to happen in the future. Like for me, every single year, I do 24 speeches, no more, no less, and I don't have any questions about it happening. That's because I can turn a lot of them down to get the right 24 that I want. And these are the exact same systems that help my client Frank and even Mark close their first 6 and 7 figure deals in their first 3 to 6 months as speakers. So I urge you to listen up and take notes. The first thing you have to have in place to make a massive transformation is you have to have $1 million message. And here's how this works. I can look at my library back here and see a bunch of different books. I have things that say the big book of words that sell, the 10X rule. What else we got? We got good to great. We have thrive. We have all these cool messages. Here's why it's incredibly important, because that message is one that no one else has. If you Google that, only that person's book or their information pops up. And why is this big? Well, if your message has a valuable promise that people desire, then you are who they have to go to get it. This is what allows you to charge more, because no one else has this thing. Supply and demand. And if your thing is desirable and there's less supply, there's higher demand, you make more income. You also make more impact while doing it, and people know how to separate you from the rest of the people in the world doing something the exact same topic area. So for example, if you say, hey, I want to work in productivity and delegation, great. Or you can use compound effect or 4-hour work week. These are unique messages that stand out just in that topic area, but they make them so much more unique than anybody else. You only find them when you Google that concept. And why this benefits you amazingly is because you get to charge whatever you think is valuable for what you're charging, or what your actual service is. Meaning, if people look at this and go, man, this is worth this much to me, you can charge that. I don't care how long you've been doing it. You may be a brand new speaker, but if you have value, you can teach that people can absorb and they can get a great outcome in return from. It doesn't matter how long you've been teaching it. Your message holds the valuable weight. The better you get, the more you can charge, yes, in time, but you can come out of the gates and charge a great fee, because honestly, you're serving at a great level. There's something you've learned, you've experienced that no one else has, a message no one else has that these people need, they're willing to pay for, so you can actually get paid to deliver it. The way you implement this is you look through your life. You go, where are there different stories of me accomplishing something with a similar golden thread of a valuable skill set, or something I thought through, something I talked about? Where does something pop up that when you find it, you go, you know what? No one else has done that. No one else talks about that thing I did, and that you can pull to the top. See, my brand, if you look at this microphone, is dark work. It's the work in the dark that allows you to win in the light. It's unique in the space of resilience, motivation, and honestly, change management. It's about, for me, identity shift. My topic area is identity shift. It's optimizing your identity for peak performance. Now, you can have a lot of different language points around identity shift, but no one will have dark work. It resonates deeply with people. They get what it is. And so when I come to your company and talk about, we're going to teach your people how to do the dark work, that unsexy, unseen, ridiculed work in the dark that allows them to win in the light, people go, we need that. And no one else will have that. I don't care how long you Google it, you'll just find me talking about this. And that's the beautiful part. So I have great value to a company, but no one else does it. So I have the ability to charge whatever the value is for my message. Now, the second thing you have to have is called a lead flow formula. You cannot leave your marketing or your lead gen to chance. What this means is you have this area of ability to reach out to the world. And if you do it properly, more and more people will know you exist, will be open to having conversations because your message sounds intriguing, and they will then talk to you. The problem is if you just leave it up to you, hoping you reach out to some people and remembering at some point in time, it won't happen. A formula is a process that runs and runs and runs, regardless of how you feel today. And so you should have a system in place that is consistently doing the actions and has the habits in place that move more people to hear your message and move them into your ecosystem of your business to discuss what you do and potentially hire you. This allows you to not have to freak out and hope that every single time you're on stage that people are going to hear about you because you're great, because it doesn't work that way. It also allows you to realize that if you are a person that nobody knows, you can be highly known quickly by simply reaching out and letting them know you exist. Not enough people do this, and it's kind of crazy. They just go, "Oh, I'm gonna put speaker on my bio somewhere and say I'm a coach." No one cares because everybody puts it on their bio. What are you doing to reach out to the people you want to speak to in a very simple way that's also value based for them, that gets you into conversations about you speaking for their company? The third thing you've got to do is have a speech spin system in place. What this means is you must spin up new business from every stage you get on. This has to be woven into the keynote you deliver. So the actual message you deliver must have something embed within it that's very strategic, that when you get to the end of your keynote, people need more of you. And in doing so, it gets you reliably more speech opportunities, more coaching opportunities, and more consulting contracts. This is what spins up business after this company you've spoken for, because every speech is not just a gig, it's an interview, the chance for you to actually get on more stages, serve more people, share your message more widely. But you can't leave it to chance. You can't hope that someone likes you enough to tell somebody else. It doesn't work that way. And the truth is, you must have a system that you intentionally are running from the way the keynote's designed, what you choose to show them at the end of your keynote, and then how the door opens up beyond that for them to either bring you back or to introduce you to other people that might be booking. When you put these things in place, honestly, it's a game changer. And this is one thing that I think people have got to pay attention to. You have a business. You might think you're a speaker. Yes, you speak, but you're a business, which means you must have systems. Now, those three strategies are the ones that you honestly put in place. They will help you scale your speaking business to seven figures and beyond, and double the amount of speeches you're doing every single year, to where maybe at some point you can start turning them down like I do. But these exact strategies are what I've shared with my clients like Candace and Mark and Frank, who I mentioned at the very beginning of our time, that allowed them to scale their businesses to from 0 to 5 to even seven figures. And it was done in a reliably consistent way. And honestly, these are all people who are just like you. They came in with a message and a story and a heart to share, but didn't quite know how to move the needle in the direction they wanted to. All they did was follow the instructions, and they ended up getting these great, cool things take place in their lives from serving other people's lives. If that's why you want that in your life, it's beautiful, right? Maybe you want to do more, but I'm telling you, if you follow the exact steps, you're going to be able to not only scale your speaking business, but also be able to predict the future of it. When you can raise rates, when you'll have enough traction, when you can actually maybe quit the job you don't love right now. But chances are, if you do take all this knowledge and start applying it yourself, you might fail. I mean, not that I want you to fail, but that's the truth. It happens that way. I mean, think about it. My students I mentioned above a little bit ago, they have all the best support and coaching, and it comes from me. And I had to spend millions of dollars to get my education and bomb speeches to get there. So think about it. If I did that to get there, are you probably going to have to avoid that? Truthfully, you need to get coached. That's why they got coaching. And honestly, the coaching they've gotten is worth millions of dollars, because it's taking from my investment and synthesizing it down to what it is that they actually can apply. So if you think you're going to replicate the results by just watching this simple YouTube video, I'm sorry, but you're probably a little bit mistaken. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's obviously, I'm going to give you some insights. You get some more information. But if you want to not pay the dumb tax, which is doing it on your own only, I definitely recommend you find someone to help you. And it might not be me, but I would love to help you. Now, if you're actually serious about scaling your speaking business predictably while having clients chase after you and not the other way around, click the first link you see in the description below to find out how me and my team can help get those life changing results for you. But if you decide to go all in by yourself, that's cool. I wish you the best of luck, honestly. But I highly advise you to follow this channel because I'll be sharing a whole bunch of cool tips and tricks and ideas over the next years to help you grow your business, whether you work with me or not. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.